Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 2 of How I Made My First $1 Million. Today is November 1st, 2020, and assets were over $100,000, up $10,000 from last month. Liabilities up $250, credit cards, man. Net worth up just shy of 10,000. So this was pretty much all Bitcoin and me putting things on credit cards because I have so little fiat money in the bank, fiat currency, that I actually can't afford to buy everything to survive. So I'm putting it on credit. So crazy, such a weird position to be in, but that's my journey. So anyways, yeah, thanks Bitcoin. We'll see if that holds. All right, so what am I feeling? What am I thinking? And what am I doing? I also have to follow up on last month. I talked about finding my customer. Okay, so how am I feeling? I'm still feeling very excited, but I'm also feeling a sense of how quickly time flies. Like, I can't believe how fast the last 31 days went. So in terms of finding my customer, I tried a couple different experiments. So I've already been doing a YouTube channel besides this one called Somewhat Scholarly. I will link to that in the description. I found a few more customers on that channel. I can't remember exactly what the month started at, but I think it ended at 174 subscribers. I would guess it was maybe an additional 10 people or something like that. Hard to keep track, but I've been doing a video every month, and each video kind of gets 2 or 3 more subscribers. Okay, so that's one thing. That's great. I think those people are my customers, so to speak, in terms of, wanting to hear my message and having values that are aligned with mine. Wonderful. Seriously. At the same time, I tried an experiment on Twitter, which was seeing how many followers I could get in a month without really being, necessarily authentic, I would say. So the election is coming up in 2 days, right? Presidential election between Trump and Biden. What a crazy thing that is. Holy cow. So Twitter is on fire. And I joined some follow trains for different, political affiliations, for different belief systems, for different candidates, whatever, and just, join, retweet, add your handle, whatever. So I tried that. In the past, I would have judged that so hardcore. I would have said, these people are lame, they're needy, they're da-da-da-da. I would have judged them pretty harshly. I have a bad relationship with social media in the past. However, I said, you know what? I'm not going to cast judgment here. Let me just do an experiment, see what it feels like, see what happens. So I went from, something like 150 followers, maybe 180, to over 1,000, easily over 1,000, and then I stopped trying. And it's like, it felt so empty. It just so meaningless, just so, such a waste for me personally. I don't know, it may be useful to other people, but it just felt like those people are not my customers. They don't really know who I am. They don't really know what my values are. They just gravitate towards one label that I was willing to gravitate to for the duration of a tweet, right? Like, okay, I'll call myself a blank and retweet this and then just see what happens. It's just so funny. So anyways, I'm glad I did that experiment because I know what direction I do not want to go down. That's not going to work for me. Again, at the same time, I also did a third experiment, which was directly reaching out to people who I think shared my values. And I reached out directly to 10 people who share my values, and some of them I met earlier this year, some of them I've met, when I was 5 years old, actually, and all throughout my life. And so longtime friends. And I reached out and I said, hey, I'm writing a Bitcoin book, which is true. And I'd like for you to, I think it's relevant to you. I think you're in my target audience, and I think you would benefit a lot from hearing what I have to say, and I would benefit a lot from hearing what you have to say. So I asked these people to give me feedback on my book as I write it. And so my goal was to finish chapter 1 by yesterday, the end of the month, and I failed. I didn't get it done. Oh, it stinks. That's part of the reason why I'm really feeling how fast time goes by. So anyways, I will try to finish that as soon as possible and then get it to them for feedback. But anyways, those 10 people who really are my customer, it feels 1,000 times better to connect with them than any quantity of followers on Twitter. I mean, it's just such an empty feeling, so meaningless. Like there's no amount of them that could make up for 10 really quality people. So that's amazing. I feel very good about that, and I'm thinking that needs to continue for sure. So that's a little bit about what I'm feeling, what I'm thinking, what I'm doing. What else is there? Well, yesterday was Halloween. That was Bitcoin White Paper Day, the 12th anniversary. We got the election coming up. I had my birthday 2 weeks ago. I turned 32, so really just another digit, another reminder that time is moving. Time is moving whether we like it or not, and whether we use it or not. What else? Did I have anything else? I think that might be it. I'm going to keep writing my Bitcoin book. Oh, I was going to mention that I only worked 12 hours in the month of October, which is probably the smallest. Well, there was one period of like 6 months where I just like didn't do anything for anybody. But in terms of consulting, I mean, I don't have a job. I don't have a W-2 income. But in terms of a consulting income, I only work 12 hours, which it's exciting to me. So that's part of the reason why I didn't have money to like pay rent and all that stuff and like groceries, and I put it on credit cards. But it is exciting because I'm using that time for a more long-term pursuit, right? I'm not investing for short-term, just trading time for money, week by week, month by month, and then all of a sudden you wake up and you're 65 and it's time to retire and life is over and whatever. That's not for me. So it's very exciting that I'm on this journey of letting go to the employment or contract labor, way of thinking and way of living, and moving into like a long-term investment. Like it might take me like 2 years to write a book and I make $0 for those 2 years. And then, maybe I make money from the book, maybe not. I mean, who knows? But it's sort of the way of investing for the long term. I really like that. And also, if you want to make $1 million, you got to help 1 million people. So I don't know if I can get my book into the hands of 1 million people. That would be pretty amazing. But even if it's a number smaller than that, it's still a huge step forward. It's still really good progress. So that's my update. And in a month, we will know if Trump is reelected or if Biden is going to be our next president. I mean, we'll see what the world is like. Holy cow. And I'm only going to have one more update in the year 2020. What a year it's been. So I'll see you guys in a month.